Mike Bohn joined now by Gilbert Burns, who makes his return to the Octagon Saturday, UFC Fight Night 242 main event against Sean Brady. Gilbert, man, you've been waiting a long time to get back in the cage. I know it's probably been a little tough for you, but just to be a few days out now, how good does it feel?
I'm super excited, excited to be even the Apex, even though we don't like the Apex that much, the media and the
Yeah.
fighters don't. But it's part of the game, and they come from 3 losses will be good, to be at the Apex again. I had 2 fights there, fought for the title there. Get my first main event there against Tyler Woodley. So now to be back there is good. So 5 rounds, main event, Sean Brady. So yeah, I'm super excited to be back there and finish this guy, get back, prove to me and to all the criticism that I still belong to the top and I still have one more title run on me.
Yeah. Do you feel like there is criticism? Like, do you think there's people out there who don't believe in you right now?
Uh, it's always people that don't believe in us, right? It's always people.
Sure.
Even you, Mike, you're doing good, you're doing bad. People are always gonna hate, right? We're always gonna have hate. If you're not having the hate, if you're doing something wrong, you're not doing as much noise. So it's always a criticism. There is always something. It's always, and I like that. It's always a chip on the shoulder that we gotta go out there and show up. And yeah, it's always people there, and I like to prove people wrong and that I still belong on the top of that division.
And I'm sure, you've probably thought about every possible scenario during this time off, right? Because it's been such a long break, and we don't have to like go into the specifics of the past two fights. I think anyone who's paying attention is knowing, right? You got hurt against Bilal, and you were winning against Jack until he caught you with a good shot there. But you've never lost two in a row before. So, like, do you feel like you're coming into this in like a desperate spot, or do you look at those performances and be like, it doesn't really tell the story of me being on my first losing streak?
A little bit of both, for sure. You
Yeah.
gotta. I have a little pressure. You gotta win this fight. It's not that they gotta win this fight. I want to win that fight. I want to win. I want to go out there, beat this guy. I know I'm capable of. He's about to just make the weight, make sure stay sharp this whole week, show up there 100% and beat this guy. And I do believe I will. I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be able to finish him, but not easy job and easy said than done. So I gotta go out there and execute all that. But he's a tough one, not an easy fight. But I just think I get so much experience for all these tough guys, back to back, freaking murder row, all the toughest guys in that division. So, and I got injury a lot. It is what it is, freaking it's life. We're not gonna have sometimes couple face of the life's gonna be tough, and it was a tough one, but it make me better. It didn't kill me, so it did make me better.
Yeah, and obviously it goes to show what they think of you that they're still putting you in, main events and the spot and everything. Sean's a guy, he's been, doing some good work. I think he's called your name a few times over the years. He had a nice rebound win of his own after, a tough loss and a long break. What do you just think of him right now? Like, were you impressed by the win over Gaslam, who, maybe some people wonder where he's at that point in his career, or what do you kind of just make of him coming into this fight?
No, for sure. Calvin, for sure, was a great fight, regardless of the way he showed up, the way kind of back and forth, a couple of losses. He's been on the losing streak, a big losing streak, missed away a couple of times, but he's still a tough dude. He go out there and
Mhm.
finish this guy. I think it was a great comeback fight for Sean Brady.
Yeah. How do you break down the jiu-jitsu of his game? Because do you imagine he's going to try to take you down here and
I
try to
hope,
play
I
that, or
hope.
is he going to? Yeah, I imagine,
I
right?
hope we're
So,
gonna grapple, bro. We have to. We have to. Just the one thing that people don't see. If I avoid his grappling, if he'll be able to avoid mine, then we're gonna strike. Then it's gonna be a like they said is an amateur kickboxing match. So it might come to this, but I'm looking forward to grapple with him. I'm gonna look for a takedown. I think he's gonna look to. I don't think we're gonna change much, but I hope we grapple. That's my hope. I hope we grapple.
we really haven't seen much of him trying to fight off his back. Are you curious to know like what he's like there in MMA?
I'm very curious to know. Let's see how this guy. He did it once. He did great when Jake Matthews knocked him down. Then he came back
Mm.
up. Really, he did good. But let's see on the grappling aspect, like if I do take him down or knock him down, let's see how he's gonna get up, So I'm excited to see that year.
Yeah. During this time off, Gilbert, like, do you think about how you did this camp any differently, or like, did you make any changes to preparation, kind of knowing that you had so much time to think about it and coming back from an injury, or would you say this camp was pretty similar to all the high level camps you've done to this point in your career?
Uh, a lot of more recovery. That was crazy. That's what I'm feeling. That the aging, I don't feel a lot on the training. I don't feel great. Whenever I warm up, whenever I'm training, I feel great. I feel strong. I feel loose. But the recovery, after training, I invest so much in recovery on the cold plunges, sauna, hyperbaric chamber. I have to buy all that, and have that at home to help me. More PT guy come to the house. That's the only thing that I'm doing more, more recovery, so my body is great for the next day. That's one thing that I'm doing more. Uh, Other than that, was a great camp. I have a couple injuries following that fight with Jack. So whenever I was clear to train, I got back to training. As I think it took a little while, but after I was back, it was back in training. And yeah, was it's always a camp. Training camp is always tough, right? Like
Mhm.
at that point in my career right now, it's just like I see Jim Miller saying that like the fight I can fight, we
Mhm.
can fight, but the training camp is tough, those these are the and we gotta pass through that. So that's the toughest part for me is the training camp.
Yeah. Do you think about, like you mentioned off the top, one more title run you want to show you have that in you? Do you think about how you need to manage your career, like in terms of the turnarounds, the fights you take, things like that, in order to get there? Or, if you win this fight and they offer you something big in a month, like, would you consider it? I mean, the Bilal fight, there was a title shot on the line, so I don't think anyone would blame you for taking that.
Half of me still gonna say yes, but I have a couple criteria now. We talked to the coach. You gotta be in shape. You gotta have zero injuries. If I'm my weight's good, and my weight's always good, but if I'm training, if I'm in shape, if I'm injury free, for sure I'm fighting again, soon. But let's see how that fight goes. I'm planning on finishing Sean Brady early, not too early, but I think on the first 3 rounds I'll be able to capitalize something and get a finish. And if I have no injuries, we'll see. I'm planning on calling those guys out on the top five and get another one maybe December, January. So with a little bit of time, but not crazy. December we still can rest and get back in camp and be ready to go. But we'll see. We'll see how to go Saturday. We'll see how my body going to feel after if I get a little injury, and we'll see. But it all depends how I look on Saturday. If I go out there and do what I'm planning to do on this guy, people gonna get impressed and they want me to fight against him.
Yeah, and I mean, a couple fights, maybe you're back in title contention, maybe like think a year or something. Do you think Bilal is still going to be that guy holding the belt there? He might have one, two title defenses, or do you think it's going to end quickly if he fights Shavkat?
I hope, and I'll be cheering for him because I want that rematch. Even though
Yeah,
he's fighting Shavkat, that's kind of like a teammate. Uh, he's not a teammate. The guy comes to do camps right here, so he's not here full time. He come, he do his thing. Like a teammate is the guy that lives there. Like
yeah,
Logan Storley, Jason Jackson, that guy that is there when I fight, and I'm there when he's fighting. So that's like a teammate. Those guys that come to a camp for sure, we still help these guys out when they come, but that's a one trade. When I need a camp, I go, but he's not a teammate like that.
yeah.
But uh, I want Bilal to stay champion when I fight for the title. That's my goal, and then get the rematch for the title. That would be great. So I'm Team Bilal Muhammad. I want this guy to keep winning, and then whenever I'm there, that's the guy that I'm facing.
Do you think, because I know you're in kind of the analyst game and the podcast game a little bit now, like sitting as someone, trying to be objective, if they went to Kamaru Usman and gave him the shot off three straight losses, do you think that would be unfair to the division? Or do you think given Kamaru's, history and his resume that he would maybe be like an exception to do something like that?
No, I think it
Yeah.
would be a shame. The guy has 3 losses, like one that crazy highlight knockout, and then he lost the rematch, and then Oh, with short notice, yeah, but no one put a gun on your face and ask you to fight. You know, you said, "Oh, I want to fight," so you fought. That's three losses. You know, for sure he need to bounce back, and then it's tough. I get it. You know, though, three losses in a row, back to back, and was the champion, the boogeyman, the number one pound for pound is a tough place. You know, for sure he needs a win, and he needs a top five win. You know, he needed, I don't know, maybe Ian Gary, Jack Madalena, me. Who else is in there? Kobe's there, but Kobe's always in the closet. You know, the closet's closed, and then he's over there. And whenever it's an
Right.
easy thing, he shows up. And Leon just lost. You know, for sure, Leon needs a little time to kind of recover it, whatever. And yeah, but I think Kamaru for sure he needs a win. You know, and he needs to look good. You know, people say, "Oh, one win, he fight for the title." He needs to look good on that win. You know, because
Yeah.
those three losses he didn't look good. You know, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting times in the division. I mean, I think this is a pretty exciting moment. There's a lot going on here, and it's always, when the belt is changing hands fairly frequently, it always makes it more compelling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it. And I like that Bilal is being a good champion. You know, he said he wants to face the number one contender guys before thinking on moving up or moving, fighting another champion. I like that. That was my go-to. You know, go over there, beat the number one contender, fight, keep beating these guys, and especially him. You know, he need to make that fan base. You know, he need to make his fans excited. He's doing a great job right now. The way he talks, and I think he's going to be a great champion. You know, let's see how the fight goes against Shavkat.
Yep. And just last thing for you, I mean, people look at Sean Brady's one loss, a common opponent, right, in Bilal, and he struggled to get the fight down, and obviously lost a standing TKO. Do you think he's still that guy? Like, do you see those same holes coming into this fight, or do you think you're dealing with something completely different here, and that's maybe not like a same avenue to victory you can take?
I think he got better. You know, he should. I mean, we all try to get better. You know, he's training super hard. Uh, I still think he's getting better on the strike. I don't think that's not his best. His best when he mix it up and use the takedowns and get a top position. But yeah, we're gonna find out on Saturday. I'm looking through all these holes on his game and try to capitalize on every single one. But I would like to think that he got better on that. You know, he's kind of fixed that a little bit.
For sure, man. All right. Well, I think we're very much looking forward to this. I know you got more media to do. We'll hear from you more at Media Day tomorrow and stuff. But it's great to have you back, Gilbert. I think it's always exciting for this division, and you're where you belong in main events and things like that. So appreciate your time, man, and looking forward to this on Saturday.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you, bro.